part 7 of the Blender Anime Character Modeling Tutorial in Blender 2.9, and we're going to jump right into it. In the last video, we talked about a bunch of stuff. Talked about loop cuts and shortcuts and building out eyes and mouths and starting the head and connecting objects with Control J. That's how we join. And now let's finish bringing this together. So if you take a look right here, you can see the geometry is a little off, right? If we wanted to connect the neck to the chin the way we did the back of the head to the back of the neck, we're going to need to create a little more geometry. So let's create a loop cut. And the shortcut for that, the hotkey, is Control R. Remember? Just like that. Boom. Okay. And there we go. Okay. So now let's take that and connect the vertices with bridge. So this is actually pretty cool. Ready? So we're going to click this, shift click, this, and this. And you can see that right there. We got all these selected. And let's hit Q for quick. Favorites. Bridge is right there. We want that bridge. Oh, it went away. That's fine. We hit it again. Bridge. Look at that. Oh man, drag. Look at this. So you're going to get something kind of freaky right here. Don't freak out like the model's got a hole in their throat, like they're a chronic smoker, smoking 2 packs a day non-filter since they were 13. No. Just hit reverse right here. Okay, see we got the bridge and loft right here. Just click reverse and we got game time, just like that. There you go. All right, no problem at all. So, and now we got the start of a little, I don't even know what this part of the human body is called, where the little turkey gobbler is, if you're putting on some extra poundage. It's not neck, it's not throat area, it's, it's underneath the jaw, but above the larynx. There's got to be a name. There's got to be a name for this. I don't know what it is. Okay, let's finish this up real quick. All right, let's hit 3, numpad 3 to go on a side view, and we need to add a little bit more geometry right here. So let's add a loop cut with Control R, just like that. We got a little geometry there. You know what? Let's keep that there, but pull this out. Right? You kind of get that contour going out the back of the head, like so, like a wrecking ball. Okay, that's looking good. Let's get some geometry under here going. Control R, loop cut. Y'all gonna be a pro with those loop cuts come the end of this. Maybe not a pro, but certainly pretty good. Okay, so now let's bridge this big old hole in the side of the face right here. Okay, so we need to connect the cheek to the side of the cheek, and we're going to do that by connecting these 2 vertices over here. So shift click these 2 and then hit F. And that F is obviously for face, but if there's no face to create, then Blender just knows to make an edge. All right, it's intuitive like that. Now we need faces here. So we need to subdivide. We right click, subdivide, but there's 1 vertex and we need 1, 2, 3 vertices to connect. So we're going to increase the number of cuts over here from 1 cut, 2 cut, 3 cut, just like that. Okay, and now we can come down here if you want to select this edge, and now if you hit F, it just makes that face. Hit F again, and there you go. They're all there, just like that. Faces galore. Okay, and we can do the exact same thing with this. F. Now this is not best practice. It's not best practice to have a triangle. You really want a polygon, you want there to be 4 sides. Okay, quick interjection. This is an edit after the fact. We're going to make this geometry line up because this is bothering me. So we're going to select this face and delete it. Delete, just like that. Delete the face, okay? Then we're going to add an edge loop right here. So Control R, like that. We bring it down a little bit. Okay, do you see what we're doing? Then we're going to get rid of this edge here with delete. And now we're going to connect these two right here and click face. Okay, and we got rid of that triangle. And now we have 4-sided polygons. Now we're going to fill this up like so. Select that edge, hit face, face, bada bing, bada boom. And now we return to your regularly scheduled broadcast. Let's bring these down. Let's get back to vertex select. Bring this down a little bit. Over. Bring this down a little bit. Over. Touch up this neck a little bit. Bring this down. And then bring this down as well. And then this should come down as well. Doesn't look like she's had a tummy tuck for the face. That little, oh, it looks like a little pinhole underneath the neck when people have their, plastic surgery done, facelifts. And then we want this to be, you know, aligned, kind of look smooth a little bit. Does that look smooth enough? Maybe bring this down. And again, you know, here's where you can have some play with it. And if you want it to be bigger, smaller, skinnier, longer, you know, that's on you. And we're going to save our work with Control S. And, you know, I'll bring this out a tiny bit like that. And I'm, you know, just touching up. You know what? That's, it might be a little down. I'll bring that up a little bit. Okay, what do you think? You with me so far? You still with me? Yeah, excellent, outstanding. All right, let's go. We're going to save our work. And now let's front view, looking sharp, side view, looking sharp. And all right, let's finish the top of this head. Alt select gets the whole row loop. And let's take a look at this in side view. And then we're going to do kind of what we did last time, right? We're going to extrude and then hit enter to lock it into place. And then we can just drag up about there. And then we're going to scale it in. Right? Scale in the side like that. Look at that. Just like that. How's that look? I think it looks pretty good, to be honest with you. Maybe bring that back a tiny bit. Yeah, I think that looks good. From the side, now from the front, still a little gnarly. Okay, well, let's try bringing it in this way, like that. Okay, all right, looks like that, like that. Okay, and now we're going to apply our mirror modifier. Okay, so the head mesh layer is selected. We're going to come over here, and we're going to hit this drop-down caret. And hit apply, but we can't. Oh no, why not? Because we're in edit mode up here, right? So we tab into object mode like that. Come right back here, and now the apply is available to us. So let's take that, and this disappears because now this is one mesh. It's not. Remember before we could mess with one side, and you know the mirror would show up. Now that doesn't happen. So we've unified the two sides of our model. Okay, so let's flip over into edit mode. And we're going to grid fill the top. We've already done this one. We did this in the last one. And remember, grid fill, you can either select the face up here and hit grid fill, or it's available with Control F. Control F. Okay, and grid fill can be kind of crazy. You can get some wild results. Here, let me go right here. And in wireframe mode, we have all the top vertices selected, and we're going to do grid fill, which is right here. Okay, now that just did something kind of crazy to our grid. We don't really want this geometry. That's not as nice as it needs to be, and we need more than one span too. So we want that, and then maybe offset it. That might be a little too much. It might be a little. There we go. So let's do 4, and then we want that is what we want. Okay. You want to be able to see that center line, evenly divided, with 5 rows. What is that? 5. Yep, 5 rows. Cool. Okay. So my span is at 4 and my offset is at 1. Yours might not be. You might need to mess with these a little bit to get something that looks like this. Okay. This is the type of geometry we're after. Right there. Okay. And then we're going to select the center vertex. Go back to proportional editing. We talked about this in the last one. Y'all know what proportional editing is. You know what proportional editing is all about. Okay, so we want proportional editing. We don't want this smooth. We want to create, we're trying to create the dome of the head. So we want sphere, like that. Okay, and now let's go here. And then try and bring this up, but increase the dome. Kind of bring it like that. And see how that's too much? And how that's like just right. Okay. Let's take a look at this. Wireframe mode. Oh, kind of domed. Okay. Not bad, you guys. Not bad at all. And now we just need to do some touch-up. Let me bring this back. Here, let's first. Okay, so now we're gonna touch it up. We don't want proportional editing, so we turn proportional editing off. We're gonna bring this, maybe this top one down a little bit like that, and maybe bring these in a little bit like that, and then bring this side one back like that. Oh, excuse me. Be very careful. Okay, because the mirror modifier is no longer on. So if you select one, make sure you select both of them. Okay, super important. And then bring this over a little bit. Right, so you see how I only grabbed the one there, and on the other side is still hasn't moved yet. That's why we need to select both of them. This is the danger of not having the mirror modifier on anymore. And then let's select both of these, and we're just really just kind of lining up the lines along the head. That's all we're doing. And let's take a look at the front view. Not bad, you guys. Okay, so what we want to do now is we want another mirror modifier. Okay, in order to do that, the grid fill thing that we were doing, we really couldn't do it with the mirror modifier. But now that we've done it, we want to go right ahead and bring that mirror modifier back. So let's make sure we got everything that needs to be selected, and go into front view with Notepad 1. If you don't get everything, shift select it, bring it back in again, and then we're going to delete this, delete vertices, okay, right on, and then let's go into object mode with tab, add modifier, mirror modifier. Bada bang, there we are. Tab back into edit mode, and now we have a mirror modifier. We're essentially where we were earlier, except now the dome of our head has been built, which is great. I mean, we really couldn't do that earlier with a mirror modifier. It wouldn't have been as crisp. Okay, so let's control save our work and see what we've done. All right. Looking at a head. Nice head, you guys. How are we doing on time? All right, we got time. Okay, there is a viewport, face orientation. All right, the geometry. So you can see the face orientation. And everything's not red. Uh-oh, everything's not red. So this has to do with normals. Okay, if you hit Shift N, recalculate normals right here. Oh, excuse me, everything wasn't selected. Select all, Shift N. There we go. Okay. Okay, and if that was unclear for anyone, let's go to the scroll. Let's consult the scrolls. Okay, so whenever we have a question, we consult the scrolls. Our TFM, right? Read the FN manual. Now, even though this is Blender 2.79 manual, that's crazy. The same rules apply. Okay, Blender 2.8, 2.9, whatever. The normal is the direction or line that is perpendicular to something, but also relative to the line. Okay, so when normals point in different directions, bad things happen. All right, which is why you always it's best practice to recalculate. After you've done something, you've made it, recalculate the normals, and then all of these lines point in the direction that they need to, as opposed to if all these blue lines pointed out and then this one and this one and this one pointed in. So it was like before where there was a bunch of red, and then if this and this and this were pointed inward, these would have been the blue ones. But we recalculate all of them so they're all going in the same direction. Okay, so that is recalculating normals. Normals are, it's like what direction are all of these faces pointing? And if some of them are pointing in and some of them are pointing out, then bad things can happen later on. They all need to be, uniform relative to where they are and where all the other ones are in relation to the one. So that's why it's just a quick recalculate and you're good to go. Okay, so if we want, you can do, I think the same thing can happen. Okay, so if we go to mesh, normals, recalculate outside. This is where we were. Okay, like that, and then go over here, and then we can unclick face orientation because it's all okay. So there's blue on the outside, and then on the inside there's that red, and all the red is uniform as well. So if we want to go back to where the model was, and then we can uncheck face orientation, and we go back to the model as it was before. Okay, now let's tab into object mode. Now we want to make, first let's save. Okay, now we want to make this smooth. Okay, we're going to do that with a Subdivision Surface Modifier. So in object mode, come back to our modifiers and find Subdivision Surface, just like that. And you see immediately it gets that much smoother, right, from where we were. And you can actually increase this by increasing the levels. So this is level 1, there's level 2. Okay, and it's adding geometry for us. Once we have that, we want to shade smooth, right click, shade smooth. I'm going to undo that with Control Z. You can also come up here and in the object, shade smooth. Okay, more than one ways to skin a cat. That always bothered me. Who's skinning? Why are you skinning a cat? Don't skin a cat. Leave the cat alone. Cats. I mean, I'm a dog person, but don't skin cats. Okay, so here let's come to front view, side view. Let's go to edit mode, tab into edit mode. And with, we're going to turn proportional editing back on. And, okay. Let's here, select this right here, okay? On cage. Okay, now we need to, now we need to edit. Okay, so we're going to select this. Proportional editing is on, and we need to bring this back like that. Proportional editing is on. Okay, so then let's bring this up a little bit. Like that. Bring this up a little bit. Like so. Okay, and this is kind of a feel thing. You're just gonna have to feel this out. And as you pull, you can make this bigger or smaller, and all we're doing is playing a matching game. We're just trying to match our vertices to the template. Okay, that's the whole thing of what this is. Everything that you've been watching right now is a template of how to make, the nicest looking model in the most efficient manner. Okay, let's bring this out a little bit. Ooh, the neck down here. Okay, let's pull this back. Like that. And then let's bring this up. Like that. And then let's bring this out. Like that. And down. Like that. And then we got the nose up here as well. Outstanding. How are we doing? Okay. Quick in a wireframe mode real quick. Taking accounting the last second. I'm alright with that. I'm alright with that. Maybe bring this nose out again, tiny little bit. Like that. Comes up and around. And then let me see from the front. Oh, maybe your head needs to be a little bit wider. Bring that out. Like that. Like that. Like that. And then the cheeks down here as well. Okay. And then the neck. All right, Control S to save our work. And how are we doing on time? You know what? That's actually okay. That's where we went over on this one. That's longer than I like to make. All right, in the next one, we will with the eyes. We'll take care of the eyes. All right, but it's coming along. So get up, get some water, go to the bathroom, wash your hands, maybe do a plank. I'm gonna do a plank, and I'm gonna come back in 1 minute.